Hello everyone and welcome back to the techystack channel. So today we are trying to explore the functions in Python. So why functions is required means, for example, if you have the jump bunch of the code. So if you want to do all that together at once, so if you split that, for example, just assume that you are doing the one arithmetic operations. So like addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division. What things are we are doing that? So for example, if the automation running, if the bot is running after a couple of days, it got the error, so now you go to deep in the depth of the level. If you have the thousands lines of the code and you got occurred somewhere else. So if you not split the data, it's very difficult to identify that bug, and it might be effect on the existing code as well. So to avoid these kind of conflicts, so we are introducing the functions in the Python, and other languages also is available. So if you now if you got any bug, so now identify, so this has happened on the so and so addition, so directly you will go and switch to the addition function, and we can fix that addition function. So if you not declare in that way, then it's very difficult to identify the bug. If you declare like the first small snippets of the code, reusability of the code is also available. We'll talk that as well. So right now bug is happened, and it's very easy to understand the other developers, and they can go and they can easily identify and fix that bug. And one more thing is, for example, logging the part is there. Just assume that one login part is there. So each and every time I want to write the code, for example, here login part is done. After a couple of days, it's got expired again. I need to log in this part again. So these things are repeating the code. It's a kind of duplication of the code. So to avoid of these time kind of things, just we can use these functions. So a lot of the benefits are there while using these functions. So based on that requirement, we need to understand the concept and we need to build that logic. Okay, now we'll see that what is the syntax of this. So when you see this syntax, we'll just zoom it. So def, and you can give this function name, and we can this parameters. Here you can pass the parameters, one or more, or might be the zero. And this is syntax. And here you can write this conditions. If you have the conditions, so you can add these conditions as well. So like this, this is a small syntax of this, and it have this return value. So return a, return z, whatever the things are there. So this is a small just a small kind of syntax system. So now we'll try to explore one function. Now just assume that we are perform the addition function. So now, so here we are performing the addition function. So we'll check this one. So first of all, I declare this addition. So just I'm performing some addition. Just to make it as one variable which we call total equals to sum of. So I want to add the sum of two digits. So 2 comma 1, whatever it may be, this is the fine. So if you want, you can print it here total. So this is one small thing which we declared, and now we want to declare this function. So just define def. So it will start everything as a def. So def, it will start blindly. You can go with this is called a function. So this is syntax which we have to remember. So if you not remember this one, it's a bit difficult to write the logics or the codes. So you need to must and remember the syntax for each and everything. Okay, def, and what is the sum? So this is my sum function, and a comma p, and this is a followed by colon. After this, I want to return. Just I want to return this a plus b. That's it. I don't want to do anything. So now everything is completed. So if I run this automation, so it will run or not. So right now it won't run. I will tell you what is things. So if I run this, it won't run. So if you can see this exception thrown, so copy details in object is not iterable. So why it's not running means, basically when you're declaring this function should be top of the these things. So this is a small code, this should be the top of that. So just copy these things and you can update. So when you're calling this automation, the calling before calling the function, the function should be declared on the top side. So when you check here total, here I'm calling the function. Okay, previous how it's looked. So directly I'm calling this function, but the function is defined on the downside of that. So directly it will go and call. So then automation, I mean, the Python will not understand what I need to call that thing. So if you run this so first I will show the original thing and later we'll discuss this. So Okay, I will write return a plus b. Okay, just I return this. So while running this automation, we can check this one. I will go to the step by step. Okay, yeah, I not given the breakpoint anything. So I given the breakpoints. So you can just come here and you can keep the breakpoints here. So right now I have the 4 line items. So I give the breakpoint. So when this automation run, where it's come, so it's come here. You can check this one. This is a first arrow. So by default, it will read that function. So it will store the data. This is for this automation. I have this function. So automation is nothing but as a Python code. Just collaborate. I mean, just a thing like that. So here it declaring that define. So the function which has been declared and the Python knows I want to call this function. If someone is calling this sum, so I want to go this here. This is my function. Like that, it will understand that. So when I click on the step into, then it will call. So sum of already this knows. So Python knows I want to call this sum. So that's why it's go to directly here sum of. So when I run this, so it will return this a plus b equals to how much. So it returns value as a plus b 2 plus 1 equals 3. So now it will come back to here. So the function everything is completed, and whatever the value returned value, now this returned value, this is a returned value stored into the total. Okay. After this, when I click on the step into, it will come here and it will print the total. So this is a normal error while you are running in debug mode. So you will get this error. No issues. Forget about that error. And now we can see this. So this is my output 3. Okay, like this it will work. For example, we'll check one more thing. So right now I have declared this one function. Na? So similar way I will declare one more function. Def. This is subtraction of 1 comma 1. Sorry, a comma b. Okay, and I will declare here one more thing. Just I will copy the same thing, and here instead of this I will make it as subtraction, and this is total. Instead of this should be stract I want subtraction. So I given storing the variable which we call a subtraction, and the same thing I will put it here. Okay, now we'll check how it will works. Define here not given, so let me take this return, and intention is the very important when you're working with functions or when you're working with the Python language, whatever, not only Python language. So when you're going with any languages, some kind of intentions is a very mandatory. So you can go with C. See, if you go with open brackets, curly brackets are there. So like that, it depends. It depends upon the program, and these are the very basic things which we need to understand. Now I will run. So what it will check. So first of all, it will go to the def. So you can see this def. It will store this. This is the my function. If the program is calling this def function, I need to come here. The program understand like that. Next, it will go to the def sub. So when I click on this hit and this is step into, it will go to the def. Okay, so I have the I mean the Python programs knows I have two functions are declared. Okay, so when the customer is calling those functions, I want to go and perform the activity. So right now we can check this subtraction. So it will go to the subtraction, and okay, I given here a plus b. Just I will change to this is subtraction a minus b. I will check. So 1 minus 1, it will return this value as we can check all the things are true whether by outside. So next it will call the another function which we call sum. So and it will display the output, and we can see this output here. So one is a 3, another, so because I given this a plus b now, so that's why it's got not changed. So like this it will work. Okay, now I hope you understand how we can declare these functions and why you are declaring on the top side, why you are not declaring on the downside. So if you declare on the downside, so the program will not understand which one should I call. So that's why we need to understand the thing. I hope now you understand these functions. Okay, so now I will tell you one more thing. So when you go to the interview question, so what will happen? So they generally they will ask write one function. Simply they will ask the sum of the addition or multiplication. So just we'll go with this only the addition. Okay, as of now we'll go for only for the addition, just for our understanding purpose. So now what they will tell, if a equals to 1, so just I'm changing this value. If a equals to 1, then you can return this value, and is called function 1, function 2, like this, returning a value like that. So they will ask, if a equals to 1, you need to do some activities. If a equals to 2, you need to do some other activities. So now for that, what I will do, I will give this if condition. If a equals to 1, Then what I want to do, I want to return just a different way. So I want to return this a plus b. For example, if a equals to 2, I want written in a different way, like what I'm expecting a minus b. Just assume for our understanding. And they want ask one more thing here, plus this is called is to be subtraction. Just it's a kind of a small thing, subtraction value like that. Plus here we will that's fine. So return, and here I will make it as addition. Addition. It looks good. Okay, now this is fine. Okay, just check is there any errors is occurred available or not. So there is no errors, and we can run this automation without any errors. So now what will return for this? If a equals to 1, then it will it will return the value as total value addition of that. If a equals to 2, so it will return the subtraction. So now I will run this one. So just I will run this automation, and we can I will just continue this one. I don't want to do anything much. So when you check here, it's got the error because this is the string and this is the integer, so it's not concatenated with it operation was not successfully done. So if you want to avoid this error, then what we need to do, we need to just convert of str of that, then it will works. So here also str of. So right now we are concatenating the both the things. So in Python, the plus and ampersand, it works in different ways. So we need to understand that and we need to work around it. Now, if I run this, so we can see this is addition of the three. So now we got it. So it got returned from these things. So now I will change this the value as like a 2. Okay, the next question is available here. Now we can see this is thing. Okay, so you he asked if a equals to 1, do. If b equals to sorry, a equals to 2, you do some other operation. So now this is a fine. Next what will happen now? So enter, you can keep it in the main function. If the function is declared like a main, then you need to run that automation. Otherwise I don't want to run the automation. So then how we can declare these things? We need to declare in the different perspective. So whatever you declare in the sum of a plus b, now this got changed in the different projection. So right now it's a very straightforward function. So if I want, I will just call this function. Now the interviewer asking, so you can declare one more function. If the function is related to the main, then you can call the sub function. So sub function here, which is called as, this is sub function for this understanding purpose. So we'll declare that one. So first we'll see how we can declare this main function. So just type if underscore the name. So just tap equals to double quotes underscore main. So if this function is available, then you can call this main. So I'm storing the result. So result equals to main. So here I'm passing the two parameters which we called just assume that we can the numbers. So 1 comma 2. Okay, whatever thing he is defined, na, this is perfect. But interview asked, so I don't want to like this. Just you can declare the one main function. You can call main functions to the sub functions. From main functions, we need to call this sum functions. So he's expecting in like that way. So he want to like a very standard way. Right now we design in different way, but he's expecting the standard way. How we can do that? That part I'm doing right now. So I declare this one, and right now I'm declaring the function here. So def main of two parameters, so a comma b. So these are the my parameters. So just after this, so we want to check returning everything, we need to do this one. So right now this function is not required now, so I'm just removing this function. So the first what here checking, so if a equals to 1, just copy the stuff right away. So just copy and keep it here. Okay, let me go downside here. Okay, if a equals to 1, return addition. And here what you given here, str of a plus b. So just remove this thing and you can mention as sum of a comma b. So right now in previous what we did, so we did two addition things. One is a plus, another one is a minus. So right now we are just calculating the, for understanding, we can go with this a plus b. That's it, very simple. So and I'm removing this one. So just I'm returning this value as a plus b. That's it. So RETURL. Okay, so I'm just returning this one. And downside also we need to change the same thing, sum of a comma b. So let me keep sum of a comma p. That's it. So now everything is fine. So when you check this, it looks somewhat better. So initially we are checking the function having the main function is available or not. So why we are using this main function means when you go to the very high level of end of the coding. So this is the standard things which are following this one. So if there is no main, for example, I'm running this one. So I not given this main. So just I given some wrong name. So main. So if this is main, then it won't run. So you can just uh, check here. So plus any key to continue with the code has not executed because there is no function with the name of main. So right now I'm declaring this main and we can see this. So if is equal to a and we can see this subtract, sorry, addition of total, you will get the 3. So addition 3. Why it's not going? Okay, here I not given this print now. So just give this print option. Print of result. That's it. So again, just run that automation, sorry, run that program, and we can see this. So we can check this one, addition 3. So like this, we need to identify and we need to design. So interviewer expecting like this. Okay, this is a just kind of when you check. So he has some kind of a good impression on this when you're doing these things. So like this, we need to identify and we need to do the coding. For example, you might get got doubt one doubt. So why you are taking here main only? If I want to change some other name, so you can just change this. For example, you can change as TS and go here and change this TS. And similarly here you can change this TS. That's it. Just hit the run button, it will run. So we'll check whether it will work or not. Okay, where is this? One second. So okay, press any key, continue. Result of TS. Okay, function we declared this one TS.